So there's also dry beef and stuff that you can buy in the market. Sort of is good for campings. If you're not, you don't want to do it yourself, but you can also, of course, if you have a dehydrator, you can make your own jerky and stuff like that. So I'll just kind of highlight things that you can buy in the supermarket here for dry food. And well, this portion is the survival portion. I mix my survival gear in between online purchases, local purchases, and like high-end purchases that couldn't be done anywhere else. And I distribute this personal survival kit during my exhibition and residency at Pier 42 with LMCC. And people come to the workshop or come to my table, they got different things inside, like mirrors for reflections and strike anywhere matches to get fire, and different kind of tin can openers, ointment that you can prepare and put them inside this little tin can that you can take and put it in somewhere that you can grab and go very instantly in case of emergency. The other things that I found is here, not this particular store, but at Pearl River across the street on Broadway. And I like this canteen because it's kind of square and it is actually a stove burner. You can burn it, and then you can have stuff in it, and it contains really well. Sometimes I bring my lunch to work with this, but inside there's a bigger things that you can put matches and things like that. There's things that has a rubber divider here that won't make it leak, and you can put your multi-tools inside. There is a blanket that you could put inside, kind of flatten it by vacuuming out the air. And yeah, so this is things that I kind of find interesting here, and I buy them just to keep and just to try them out. And why I came to this corner is because I really are interested in this tiny gadget. It's like multifunctional. It has serrated sort of like saw. It has a tin can opener. It has a blade here. It's only cost like $3, and it's really cool looking. And I don't know, I just like things like that. And part of my tour is to highlight sort of the ecology of not just the ecology of environment, but also businesses. It seems to be gentrification is creeping in from the east and the west side. So as we walk towards the west side this time, you can see that boutiques and higher end store is coming in. It's nothing wrong with that, but it's just that to highlight, to show you that things are different now as we progress. And also, I really like the micro or like the hidden economy where people like sell, the fake handbag and things like that. It makes life here interesting. I don't know. I kind of like that. I like the little lane where people has weird concept and things like that. So we'll walk by a couple of those stores and figure things out. The first environment for me is on our own, so sort of like the ecology of the body. And one of the way that you could do that or kind of sense that is to sense your own energy. So the energy works is kind of, I'm trying to explore. And one of the things on energy works is chakra. And I know that this might not be the true chakra. It's kind of like touristy, gimmicky. It's a photographic technique. It's called curling. And you're supposed to be able to take a photo and see what color of your aura is. I do believe the aura could be seen by a clairvoyant, like someone that has a gift that can see your aura, but I think it's kind of cool to be things that you do in Chinatown and have a photograph to prove it. And I'm trying to kind of incorporate those type of ideas into my projects, and like the energy of various stones and things that we can kind of balance our energy. So that's how we're trying to do to balance nature's energy also. And for me, it's like, this is something that I'm interested in. Maybe, we can talk more about it and you can help me figure out what's the next step of this project is. And I do really think that we need to change the man first before we can heal the land. So we really need to heal the man first, because a lot of our thinking is saying the wrong things. We call nature resources, because by saying resources, you try to exploit it, because everything is exploitable because the resources there, go and get it. So we need to change our mind first, and then we can change nature. And I guess that why you are here today is not because some scientists tell you the data and you believe it. It's because you sense something. That's why we are all in this work together.